Look, I'll straight up say the smell of lumber, the smell of a new project, a new paint can, the idea of starting something is so awesome.
At the Home Depot, more saving, more doing.
But projects about 10% in start becoming a little bit tedious, and then about 40% of the way in, you're like, I don't want to be doing this anymore, should I be hiring somebody? And about 80% of the way you're in, like, 80% is good enough. So I've got 4 rules for you on whether or not you should actually do or start a do-it-yourself project. And that's where rule number 1 comes up. Is what you're doing an over-improvement? Crown molding, smart light switches, adding insulation, oftentimes even energy upgrades like dual pane windows. Are you over-improving? But you're doing it because you say you could do it yourself. If you're over-improving, the number 1 rule says, don't do it yourself. And then you're probably just not gonna do it at all. Second rule of thumb, have you done it before?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna redo my entire bathroom this afternoon.
You have any experience?
Yeah, last week I put in a shower curtain rod, so I think I'm fine.
A lot of people think it's a good idea. Oh, I'm gonna tile, I'm gonna mix concrete, I'm gonna learn how to do drywall, I'm gonna landscape myself, I'm gonna do a retaining wall myself. That was me. I literally said that about every one of the things I just listed and more. And I'll tell you, construction is a very, very difficult industry. It's also a thankless industry because we look at contractor prices and we say, I could do it myself cheaper. Yeah, but it ain't easy. Don't kid yourself. And then to do it right. And oftentimes, if you haven't done it before, you're not saving yourself anything. You're not doing yourself any favors at all. Number 3, you gotta look at your opportunity costs. Look, I remember, back in our first house, I'd sand drywall, I'd do crown molding, but I would have probably made a lot more money had I just kept doing my sales gig and getting out there and holding open houses rather than mudding drywall. Because guess what you're not doing when you're doing construction-related projects? You're not answering the phones, you're not responding to emails because you're on ladders, you're in a noisy place, and you're not really able to communicate. It's unfortunately why the construction industry does not have the best reputation for responsiveness. Number 4, you gotta be blunt with yourself. Are you doing a new project because you're bored? Thinking, you know what, I want to build that fence, I want to build that deck, I want to restain the gutters, or I want to install gutters. Are you doing it because you just want a weekend project? And in such a case, I would highly challenge you to ask yourself, would you be better off educating yourself a new skill, or in a new skill, that is not construction?
Like being an investor, or learning to be an agent, and conveniently using Spring 2019 for 18% off.
4 rules aside, 98% of do-it-yourself work looks like do-it-yourself work when you go to sell or rent out the property, or the stuff leaks, it doesn't work, it ends up causing problems for tenants, and then you're pissed off because you're like, dang it, I tried it like 3 different ways, I thought this would work, and it could, I'm sure anybody who's done do-it-yourself projects before looks at like HGTV, it's like, wow, they remodeled that whole house in 30 minutes, that would be fun, let's do that, honey. And then like you go to do it, and you're into it like 6 months later, and you're like, I never want to remodel again. Like, I don't think anybody that goes through a construction project, even with contractors, is like, oh yeah, let's do that again right away. Let's take it full circle here, all right? Let's step it back. What are the rules? What are the 4 rules? Number 1, will it make you money? How do you know if an upgrade is going to make you money? You talk to your real estate agent. Your real estate, just text them. Hey, you thinking about doing crown molding? It's gonna cost me $5 grand just to do it downstairs. Is that gonna be worth it? And the agent's gonna be like, yeah, you might get like 50 cents on your dollar back. And it's like, oh yeah. My favorite, hey, I got purple carpet, real estate agent. Would it make sense to spend $2 grand to replace it? Yeah, you'd probably get $2 or $3 back, maybe even $10 back on your purple carpet if you just made it neutral. Number 2, have you done it before? Number 3, what's your opportunity cost? Number 4, are you doing it because you're bored? So PSA, be careful with the do-it-yourself projects, because you know what? It's probably a mistake. If you don't have a real estate agent, then join the real estate investing course and ask me, and I'll probably tell you pretty bluntly if it's a good idea or a bad idea. You can also follow me on Instagram, and that's all I got. Bye.